What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe. So, Clint Kubiak is going to be the Saints' next offensive coordinator. And the deal is not officially done, but the Saints did hire a quarterback's coach, Andrew Janocko. I'm not exactly sure on the pronunciation. The deal here is, Jake, this has to, surely Kubiak's the one who made this hire, right?
Yeah.
Because they basically changed over the entire staff to allow him to rebuild it however he wants. You look up Janocko's resume. He was a quarterback's coach in Chicago last year, but just a couple years ago, he was with Kubiak in Minnesota. They worked together where he was I think he was a wide receivers coach and then QB coach in Minnesota. But yes, if you have any fears about the Kubiak deal falling apart at the last minute or not getting done, this would be a move that would kind of smush those fears, because this was not made without Kubiak being the one that basically signed off and this is the guy that I want.
Yeah, very exciting times for the Saints offense. You look at the pair that they're bringing in compared to who is leaving, and I just think this is going to be a more creative offense, more diversity to the offense, more pre-snap movement to the offense, all the things that we were asking for the Saints to be able to get done a year ago. Now, you've got some things to work out as far as personnel and where you play some of that personnel, who's going to be a part of the team, because you've got a situation where you've got some disgruntled employees. We all know that, but this is a step in the right direction. I like the move. I think that Kubiak's ready for this time. Yeah. He's been with Shanahan, and I think he's got a game plan to get the weapons that the Saints have, which they're good. They have good weapons. Now you got to get more out of Derek Carr. You have to get what you got out of Derek Carr at the end of the year for the totality of a season.
Yes.
He's making enough money to be able to ask that of him.
Yeah.
And so if you can get that from him, right, you can get the receiver room right and everybody's kumbaya and happy, and maybe they can't get that done, but you still have pieces even if you don't. You got to get Alvin Kamara back on track, though.
And Kubiak feels like that he could take the lessons learned in the revitalization of CMC in this 49er offense. It's very easy to see why that becomes so attractive for the Saints.
And this also means that the Saints are probably going to utilize a fullback. So sign me up for all of that. I mean, I know they've had one on the roster, but Prentice was kind of up and down, and sometimes he played.
No, Prentice nearly killed the position last year.
Yeah.
It sucks, but
we're gonna see a real fullback there in New Orleans.
Prentice actually could have been awesome, but all I remember him for is the fumble. It's like a deep snapper. You just can't screw up. You don't get the one opportunity. Yeah, you got to be perfect.
Yeah.
You're going to be fullback. Ronald Curry, tied into this news, of course, the former Saints quarterback coach, was actually offered the wide receiver job, but turned it down because, quarterbacks coaches in the hierarchy of coaching jobs, QB coach above wide receiver, and he is now going to the Buffalo Bills, going to be the Bills quarterback coach. So Ronald Curry is going to be working with Josh Allen, but
he gets reunited with Joe Brady. They spent time there in New Orleans together, I'm sure.
There you go. But either way, look, I don't think I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know that the Janocko hire is particularly exciting or awesome. But it is a hire that points towards Clint Kubiak being the guy, and the Kubiak hire is relatively exciting, potentially at least. It feels like it. So we'll see, man. You got 1 year. That's what's crazy. Everybody that Kubiak convinces to sign up basically has to do so with the understanding that we either make the playoffs or we're probably all going to be looking for a job and moving again at this time next year.
Yeah, and the Saints had to go make a splash hire. This feels like a splash hire, and I think it's the right person for the personnel that you have. So I am excited about the guys that they're bringing in. You're not going to get a full-back breakdown of who's a free agent on any other show, so let me give it to you right here. Trayvon Wesco from Tennessee played really well last year, only 28 years old. Go get him. Go sign him. He's the best free agent fullback on the market. That's all.
How much is a free agent fullback? What do you think he get paid?
Probably between a really, really good one, probably between 1.2 and 1.8 per year.
Okay, Saints can make that work.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
I mean, Prentice was making $940 last year.
Wow, just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the two guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell, to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.